So even though the election is over, we still don't know which party is going to control Congress. This is a live look at the Capitol building this morning. And we don't know whether a possible split in government will stall anything from getting done by Democrats or Republicans. Uncertainty is something the markets usually don't like, so what can we expect in the next week or two? Joining us to talk about all of that is our financial advisor, Bruce Allen of Bruce G. Allen Investments. Good to see you.
You as well.
Before we talk about the election, this just came in.
Yes.
Okay, so consumer prices up 7.7%. That is quite a bit, but it's a lot lower than expected.
Yeah, very good news for the markets right now. When I checked a couple minutes ago, the futures markets were up almost 750 points for the Dow. Markets are soaring, interest rates are down, the dollar's down. Good news is that this is the best, believe it or not, inflation reading we've had this year. It's the first inflation reading and the lowest below 8%. So up 7.7%, still significantly higher than we would like.
Yeah.
But we're starting to see significant improvement. And what we saw is the month-over-month rate, which was supposed to rise 0.6%, only went up 0.3%, Gary. So we're seeing some of the tools that the Federal Reserve has used may be starting to take effect.
Moderating that inflation a little bit.
Yes, and we also saw significant declines in, believe it or not, healthcare costs, used cars, and there's some data that suggests that the rental income, some of the rent prices are going to be coming down over the next couple of months. So that's very good news for inflation. The markets have been waiting for some sign that maybe we're starting to see some significant improvement there.
Okay, well, that's all good news.
Yes.
What might not be good news is all these undecided elections. I mean, the markets kind of react to what's going on in the country, and there's a lot of confusion about what's going on in the country right now.
Typically leading up to midterms, the markets don't like midterm election years, period. Let's just start with that. There's almost no gains in stocks typically leading up to the elections. If you look back to midterms from 1946 till now, and this year has been no exception to that. Typically after midterms are done, and they're not done right now, as you know, the markets typically have a pretty robust rise. Today, the markets are rising because of CPI data. If we get some certainty about the election, and it doesn't matter who wins, the market's going to be happy that there's no more question marks about that in the air.
So it doesn't matter if the Republicans take control, Democrats take control, whether it's split. It's just the markets usually go up.
Markets are happy when the election's over.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. All right, so looking at your crystal ball beyond this election, after we get out a little ways, what are you expecting?
I think that the markets typically have rallied after elections are resolved. We typically see very good rallies. If we see continued good news on the inflation front, that's definitely going to continue to happen. We see very large moves in the stock markets this morning, especially in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's up 4% with good news potentially on the interest rate front. So if we continue to see good news and the Federal Reserve has been successful at taming down inflation, stocks are going to like that.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed that it's all good news.
Yes.
Yeah, time will tell, right? All right, let's check the weather forecast.